As a team, what do you think you've learnt the most from this morning's experience?
I think as a team we learned that our shoot details, how we planned that, was pretty poor, and that we didn't actually detail it at all. It was basically, we'll do the first scene in 15 minutes, do the second scene in 15 minutes, and we ended up having the last hour to do the last scene. So obviously, I don't know, just the details of that was very poor. And I think in future, if we were to ever do a video again, which is unlikely obviously, we'd do it specifically. And that includes, we didn't actually go to the locations and do how we would go round doing the video, and we just thought about it in the classroom and just presumed that would work. So when we got there, it was completely different. So that's me.
Yes, I agree with Ben. Like, though for the time management, I think our team made quite efficient way, and we didn't have actually big trouble even during the shooting. So every time in each of the scene, I think we went through quite smoothly. But the most thing that I think we should improve is we need to be more precise. Like, even though we were quite confident for our planning before through last 3 days, but I think we in every minute, even in every minute, we have to be very precise to make assumption and risk management and what we're gonna happen, and like from the beginning, from the first scene, I think we have to be more specific and make more planning about the project.
So we just talk about preparation. We just had a chat before coming, and we were talking that in the group, like, people have different levels of preparation. Some need to be like 100% prepared when they're doing something, and whereas the other need to be more like spontaneous. So they need not to be prepared 100%, and they need like to be more nature. So I quite feel like sometimes I'm comfortable because I was not sure what we were supposed to do and where we were supposed to go, and I like to be a bit more prepared, whereas the others in the team were probably more spontaneous. So we have to adapt as well to how people are learning and how people are want things to be, and make sure that we understand, because one thing we learned as well was communication. Sometimes that you can use other tools than just talking. And okay, so I should turn. Good. Okay, so communication, use other tools than talking, and do visual tools as well. It could work to make things more understandable for everyone.
I think as an individual and as a team, that we've been saying it all along, that people are one of the biggest problems in an actual project and in a team. But I think here, the people actually made it a success, because it was human nature and adrenaline that actually got us through it and got us to the end and got us up before like 12 o'clock, because as Ben said, our planning was somewhat lacking, but our commitment to the project was high, so we got there eventually.
From this program, I think I learned how to cooperate with my team members, and at the first part we shoot very smoothly, I think, because we planned very well, and the planning is very important.
Well, basically the guys have covered more or less everything, so there's not really many things to say. So it's good organization, good planning. You know, when you haven't planned your stuff, your project very well, it's very likely that you'll start getting panicking, basically, because you don't know exactly all the details. Okay, so good planning, good organization, a lot of attention to detail, definitely. And now, apart from that, I think the ability to adjust is very, very important, because things, a lot of times, actually, I think most of the times don't go according to plan. So you have to be adaptable. I mean, you have to be able to adapt to changing circumstances, to come out, I mean, with new ideas, and yeah, to be able to adapt, basically. I think that's very important. That's all.
As a part of this project, I mostly learned how to work in team. Many times it happens that your ideas do not get accepted in your team members, so you have to be patient at that time, and you have to adapt to that situation. Many times, sometimes coordination in your members does not goes as per you planned, but you have to adapt to that situation. You have to take on the spot decisions, and you have to follow your further plan. So I think I learned how to work in team and how to coordinate well with your team members to stick to your plan. Yeah, thank you.